So I found an interesting article on the internet. This one is coming from the globeandmail.com. It's every AI stock Cathie Wood owns, ranked from best to worst. Now, some of the ones that we know she's already in include Meta, aka Facebook, obviously Tesla. Tesla was probably the first one. Nvidia, she sold a big bag in the fall of last year before the huge run-up. Palantir, JD.com. I didn't know she was in JD.com. Teradyne, and this Recursion Pharmaceuticals, which is using AI in drug discovery and development. So what do they do in particular? So AI has been a big headline maker this year and is also used by next wood-backed stock. Recursion Pharmaceutical aims to revolutionize drug discovery with the use of AI. This it intends to do by developing a pipeline based on its Recursion operating systems technology. The company uses advanced machine learning methods to extract from its dataset a set of trillions of searchable connections in biology and chemistry that are unrestricted by human bias. This technology has the ability to address diseases in hitherto unexplored ways. Also, it is used to target rare disorders for which there are currently no therapies. Now, Cathie's not the only entity that has taken a stake in Recursion. NVIDIA recently took a stake in Recursion because they believe in its business model and technology. Let's take a listen into this video from CNBC before we go to the charts.
Shares of biotech company Recursion soared 78% today after announcing a $50 million investment from NVIDIA, which is going to speed up the development, perhaps, of Recursion's AI models for drug discovery. And joining us now from Sun Valley is Recursion CEO Chris Gibson. Chris, quite a move today. It's got investors paying closer attention to Recursion again, bringing you back to November levels on the stock. I guess the question is, how soon are we going to see whether this partnership and this AI platform really do provide the kind of advantage that Recursion has promised?
Well, look, we've got 5 programs in clinical trials now, some of those reading out next year. There's a number of other companies in tech bio who are bringing medicines into the clinic and through the clinic now. And so I think in the next 12 to 24 months, we're going to start to see real proof points of the importance of ML and AI technologies in bringing better medicines to patients faster. And we're excited to be moving in that direction.
Now, some of the skeptical analysts out there before this big stock pop have been saying that the 4 phase 2 ready assets you have, there are questions about whether clinical development is moving as quickly as investors had hoped. Does this speed that up at all? Or is this just all along you feel confident that that was moving apace and now there's just attention on it?
Look, developing medicines is extraordinarily complex. There's a lot of regulatory interactions, and I think every company who's working on many different programs has a lot of successes and a lot of failures along the road. I think we're focused on the long term, and at Recursion, we believe that by leveraging technology, automation, the newest tools in biology and chemistry, we have an opportunity to really speed up the pace and scale of drug discovery in the coming years. And I think that we're focused on the long term. We've had a lot of positive proof points over the last couple of years, and I think that we're well positioned to hopefully show a lot of positive catalysts in the coming couple of years as well.
And I understand what that means in terms of your own pipeline. And you've got 5 clinical programs, it looks like, 3 of which in phase 2 or phase 2/3 studies. Is there an opportunity here for you to leverage what you learn from this and the tech capability to work with other companies and enable their own pipelines as well?
Absolutely. We already have exciting collaborations with Bayer in fibrosis and Roche Genentech in neuroscience and one oncology indication. And we're going to leverage these new models we're building in partnership with our friends at NVIDIA to accelerate our own internal pipeline, bring new, better medicines to patients, we hope, more quickly. to accelerate our partnerships with Roche Genentech, with Bayer, and hopefully other partnerships in the future. And I think we also have a plan in place to start leveraging these models that we're going to build with NVIDIA, accelerate the building of the models we've started at Recursion, and find ways to share those even more broadly, even with academic researchers and others, because ultimately, I think as you get to know patients who are suffering from these diseases, you really feel the urgency of trying to change this 10 to 15 years of investment that it takes today to get a medicine across the line. And with 90% failure rates in the clinic, all of us feel like there's an opportunity to leverage this technology revolution to go faster and do better.
This is the monthly chart on Recursion, and the chart suggests the downside momentum has been eliminated. Confirmation is this double bottom on the monthly chart, which is a reversal pattern. With that double bottom, you can see what I love is this W pattern, which is also a bullish reversal pattern. But on the monthly chart, you can see that price did not take out the apex of that W pattern. And what I mean by take out, close above it. It actually ran into resistance. And we'll go down to the weekly chart so we can see that a bit better. So when price was trending down, it did pause for several weeks before breaking down. And when price came back up to retest what was support, which is now resistance, price fell from those levels. Now we're going to go to the daily chart because this is critical. There was some big time news back in mid-July. This could have been when NVIDIA announced their stake of 50 million into Recursion. And so this is the level that I'm looking at. Price will fill that gap. The question is, will this level hold once price gets down to the $7 level? Now you can see price right now is being supported by the 200-day and the 100-day moving average. But the momentum to the downside is too great. I think this is only short-term support. Price wants to fill that gap. Now for me, here's the level that I'm looking at. And I will put this in green. And this is would be my stop loss, which is about $1 wide zone. I'm not sure if this level is going to hold. So what I like is potentially you can potentially have a triple bottom where price breaches the level where the gap was formed and moved further down to retest near all-time lows. Let's go up to the weekly chart so we can see that. So this will be a potential opportunity to go long once again if price can get down to the $6 to $5 range, right? This is a small risk for potentially high reward. Now speaking of Cathie Wood's bag in Recursion, this is coming from Stock Circle, and we can see that she started selling the stock and then buying it, and then selling and buying it, going back to the fall of 2022. She currently owns almost 5 million shares, which would only represent 0.3% of her portfolio. But that stock is, that bag is worth 42 million, which also represents about 2% of the outstanding Recursion shares. So keep Recursion on your radar. Look for price to potentially retest the all-time lows between that $4 and $5 area. That is an area that I am looking at as an area for a rebound in price, with the first target being where price currently dropped off at the $16 level. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Please like the video.